Good day everyone. Today, I'm going to discuss about sedimentary rocks. In this topic, we will define what is sedimentary rocks, how these rocks form, what are the three categories of sedimentary rocks, and how to tell if these rocks is sedimentary. So first, let's define what is sedimentary rocks.
Sedimentary rock is a rock formed at or near Earth's surface by the accumulation and lithification of sediments. Ripple marks and mud cracks are the common features of sedimentary rock.
Sedimentary rocks generally form from compaction and cementation of sediments. Compaction meaning squeezing together, and cementation meaning gluing or sticking together of sediments. So, if these rocks form from compaction and cementation of sediments, what sediments exactly means? Sediments are fragments of rocks that have been broken down as a result of weathering and erosion. When we're just a little, we are curious about some things like how rocks form. In this report, we will discuss about how does sedimentary rocks form. There are a number of different ways these types of sedimentary rocks can be formed, from natural causes to chemical interactions. Rocks are broken down or built up in various ways. Over time, and with continual pressure, sedimentary rocks transform from debris into solid rocks or rocks formation. Here are different ways in which sedimentary rocks can be formed. First, erosion. One of the major factors which led to the formation of sedimentary rocks is erosion. Wind, water, and rain will break down the earth cutting through rock and soil. This constant friction of the elements against the earth's surface erodes rock and soil, turning it into small sedimentary particles or debris. In this way, large boulders, hillside, and rock formation are worn down, creating small dust-like debris such as sand or mud. Next is weathering. Various weather patterns or meteorological phenomena will naturally break down rock by a process called weathering. Wind and rain can slowly wear away at large rock formations, boulders, riverbeds, and mountains to create minute rock debris, such as sand. Examples of this can be seen in places like large canyons and waterfalls. Canyons are formed from the constant flow of water over the same area, slowly carving a path into the ground and producing sedimentary rocks along the riverbed. Similarly, rainwater will slowly break down rock, leaving behind minerals and rock-based particles. This debris, sand, and mud is what forms sedimentary rocks. Next is lithification. Lithification is one way in which new sedimentary rocks can be formed. Sediments can consist of debris, minerals, and other small rock particles. This build up gradually and remain compressed to form a new rocks. Complex process whereby freshly deposited loose grains of the sediments are converted into rock. It may occur at the time a sediment is deposited or later. Specifically, when mud, clay, sand, or other sediments are pressed under the weight of water, these sediments will be found on the bottom of the ocean or lakes and are compressed over a great span of time. This constant pressure from overlying sediments and water compacts the sediments until they form into a solid rock mass. The next is precipitation. While the term precipitation is used most in relation to rain, in a chemical sense, it has another meaning. When a liquid precipitates, it separates liquid, in this case, water from any precipitates. For instance, insoluble solids found within the solution. When the rain precipitates and evaporates into the atmosphere, various chemicals and minerals transported by the rainwater are left behind. This process forms another type of sedimentary rock, which is often found in dried up bodies of water or riverbeds. And lastly, dissolution. Dissolution is another process which breaks down hard, larger rock formation into sediment. This type of breakdown happens due to chemical weathering or acidic rain. Climate changes and greenhouse gases are the main causes of acid rain, which eats away at stone and rock. Sediments and sedimentary rocks may be divided into kinds, the intrabasinal or autochthonous or extrabasinal or allochthonous. Intrabasinal or autochthonous sediments are those whose particles were derived from within the basin or disposition. Most carbonate sediments and rocks, including limestones and dolomites or dolostones, were precipitated within a basin or deposition. Extrabasinal or allochthonous were derived from outside the basin or deposition. Examples of these are sandstones and shells. Sedimentary rocks has three categories, namely the clastic, chemical, and organic. First, let's discuss about clastic sedimentary rocks. The clastic sedimentary rocks form from the accumulation and lithification of mechanical weathering debris. A prominent physical features of clastic rocks is texture, that is the size, the shape, and arrangement of the constituent grains. These rocks have fragmental texture. Discrete grains are in tangential contact with one another. One example of these rocks is sandstone. The second category of sedimentary rocks is chemical sedimentary rocks. The chemical sedimentary rocks form when dissolved materials precipitate from solution. The most common chemical sedimentary rock is limestone, composed mostly of the mineral calcite. Limestone are usually formed by biochemical processes in a shallow seawater. Coral and algae are especially important limestone builders. Limestone and dolomite are common building stones and may be crushed into sand, gravel, and boulders for construction purposes. Limestone are processed into quicklime, a component of cement. The rock are also soaked to make fluxes, soil conditioners, abrasives, and glass. And the last one is the organic sedimentary rocks. These kind of rocks form from the accumulation and lithification of organic debris such as leaves, roots, and other plant or animal materials. Rock that were once swampy sediments or pit beds contain carbon and are black and soft. In general, geologists have attempted to classify sedimentary rocks on a natural basis, but some schemes have genetic implication and many classifications reflect the philosophy, training, and experience of those who propound them. From the previous discussion of our classmate, he already discussed the three types of rocks, the igneous, the metamorphic, and the sedimentary rocks. But today, let's talk about how can we tell if that rock is sedimentary. The main thing about sedimentary rock is that they were once sediment, mud, sand, gravel, and clay, and were not greatly changed as they turned into rock. The following traits are all related to that. First, they are generally arranged in layers of sandy or clay material like those you'll see in excavation or a hole dug in sand dune. Second, they are usually the color of sediment, that is, light brown or light gray. And lastly, they may preserve signs of life and surface activity like fossils, tracks, ripple marks, and etc. So, that's the end of my discussion. I hope you guys understand and gain knowledge about sedimentary rocks. If you have another questions or clarification, feel free to ask me on RGC. Thank you and have a great day.